Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs have a one-game stop in Detroit for a makeup game from a rainout that occurred in May. The Cubs continuing this road trip, they are at 3-4 so far on the road trip, looking to pull even today in Detroit against the Tigers. For today's game, Chicago will be sending Lance McCullers out to the mound. He is making start number 18 with a 9-3 record. He has an ERA of 4 and a WHIP of 1.33. And I can see that because of the designated hitter, we're going to need a little bit of adjusting to the Cubs lineup today. Kris Bryant is going to step in and bat third in today's game. And Anthony Rizzo is going to play first base and bat fifth. Bryce Harper needs to be playing right field, and Mike Tauchman. And actually, what we're going to do is we are going to play Santana out in left, and we'll have Ramos DH today. So he does not have to be responsible for the catching duties. So we'll do a lineup like this, change things up a little bit today. We are going to see a lineup that will include Hoerner, Correa, Bryant, Harper, Springer, Rizzo, Santana, Amaya, and Ramos batting ninth. For the Tigers, Casey Mize is going to be on the mound. He's making start number 17 with a 7-5 record and a 4.53 ERA, 1.14 WHIP. Tigers lineup will be Martin, Goodwin, Cruz, Dietrich, Candelario, Nola, Lugo, Culberson, and Jake Rogers doing the catching and batting ninth. It is 64 degrees, considerably warmer than when we were here in Detroit a month ago. Wind blowing right to left at 7 mph. And it is time to get today's game underway. Casey Mize is on the mound for the Tigers, facing Nico Hoerner to lead off this ball game. As the Cubs continue this four-city road trip, this is a one-game stop in Detroit, and then we'll be going on for a three-game weekend series to wrap up the road trip in Cincinnati. So Mize delivering the pitch, and Hoerner grounds it over to first. The first baseman has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, but the throw is late, and Hoerner has an infield single to lead off the ball game. Correa now the batter. With a runner on first, nobody out, 1-2 is the count. And Correa grounds it to second. The throw goes to short. The relay to first, that's a 4-6-3 double play. So just like that, the base runner is erased, and now Kris Bryant comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Mize working with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch to Bryant, and he grounds it to short. Picked up on the shortstop is charging and throws over to first to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. As Mize faces the minimum, we go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. McCullers on the mound, facing off with Martin here in the bottom of the first. 1 ball is the count. McCullers looking to deliver the pitch. McCullers probably wanting to forget his last start out. Here's a grounder towards second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Goodwin now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Goodwin waiting for the pitch. Grounder toward first. Bouncing ball. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base himself for out number 2. Cruz now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers. Lined into right. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Cruz went the other way with it, and he has a 2-out single here in the bottom of the first inning. Dietrich now the batter, facing McCullers with 2 outs and 1 man on. 2-2 is the count, and it's popped up to left. Chasing is Santana toward the line, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs face 4 batters here in the bottom of the first. 1 run is stranded, nobody scores. We're going to the top of the second of a scoreless ball game. Bryce Harper facing Mize here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is a strikeout as Bryce Harper heads back to the dugout. Mize has his first strikeout of the ball game. George Springer now the batter with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch to Springer, and he lines that one into left field. That's a solid base hit as the left fielder plays it on a hop, and Springer has himself a 1-out single. Rizzo now the batter with 1 out and 1 man on. 1-2 is the count. Rizzo drives it deep right center field. That's going to 1-hop to the wall. It's very deep out there in right center field. Rizzo heading for extra bases. He is going to cruise around second and get into third as he slides in safely with an RBI triple. And now the Cubs have a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Rizzo now 90 feet away as Santana comes up with 1 out in the top of the second inning, 1 run already in. Mize working with a 1-strike count. Santana waiting for the pitch. And he grounds it toward first. They're going to concede the run as Santana's retired on the force at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Amaya now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Mize working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch to Miguel Amaya. And he lines it into center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Miguel Amaya with the 2-out single keeps the inning going as Nico Hoerner now comes up to the plate. No, Wilson Ramos, excuse me. I forgot we're playing 2 catchers today. Ramos now batting with 2 outs and the runner on first. Mize working to Ramos with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner into right. That's another base hit. A single is going to put runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. 2 runs are already in. Now Nico Hoerner sends up to the plate with 2 outs, 2 men on. Mize working with a 1-strike count. And Hoerner grounds it back towards second base. The second baseman picks it up, but he has no throw. He has to eat the ball. And now the Cubs have a 3rd run this inning. Hoerner is credited with an infield single. He now has 52 RBIs on the season, and the Cubs have a 3-0 lead. Carlos Correa now the batter with 2 outs and 2 men on. Mize facing Correa with a 2-1 count, and he drives that one into left center field. I think he got all of it. That is headed for the seats. So Carlos Correa with a 3-run home run, 393 feet out to the left field stands. And that is home run number 15, giving the Cubs a 6-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. An offensive outburst for the Cubs here with 2 outs in the second. And it brings up Chris Bryant with 2 outs and nobody on. Mize still working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 is called. Bryant strikes out looking to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the second. The Cubs are up by 6. McCullers now on the mound, looking to protect the 6-run lead here in the bottom of the second inning. He's going to face Candelario with a 1-ball count to lead off for the Tigers. A grounder towards second. Hoerner has it. He throws to first. That is out number 1. Next up is Nola. With 1 out, nobody on. Nola facing McCullers with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and a liner up the middle. McCullers just about got his head taken off by that line drive. That was a low line drive right over the mound. So a 1-out single for Nola as Lugo comes up to the plate. 1 out, 1 man on. Cubs up by 6. McCullers with the pitch. Grounder past the first baseman into right field. That's another base hit. The throw goes into third as the runner is going to be safe, advancing aggressively first to third with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And now Culberson is the batter. 1 out, 2 men on. McCullers working with a full count. He looks for the sign and the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a cutter for the 2nd out of the inning, and McCullers now has his first strike out of the ball game. Rogers now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. First pitch, popped up to right. Coming in a few steps is Harper. He adjusts and makes the play to end the inning. So the Tigers do not score. They get 2 base runners, but we go to the top of the third with the Cubs still up by 6. Bryce Harper leading off for the Cubs against Mize here in the top of the third inning. 1 strike is the count. Mize delivers, and Harper lines that one down the right field line. That is going to be extra bases. Rounding first, heading for second. He is going to head in with a sliding double to lead off the top of the third inning. Harper on second as George Springer comes up. 1 man on, nobody out. 1-2 is the count. And the Tigers have a new pitcher in this ball game. We'll get you his stat line here in just a moment. There's a ground ball toward third. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 1. Joey Wentz has come out of the Tigers bullpen. He has an 0-2 record with 10 1/3 innings thrown, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, and a 5.23 ERA. Wentz now faces Anthony Rizzo with 1 out and runner on second. 2 strikes is the count. Wentz working. Popped up, deep center field. Going back toward the warning track as the center fielder. He looks up and makes the grab for out number 2. The runner is going to tag up and advance as Harper slides in safely to third. And now Danny Santana is the batter. Santana batting from the right side this time against the lefty Wentz with 2 outs and a runner on third. 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch. And it's popped up again, deep center field. Looking like he has a play. The center fielder goes back and makes the play with his back to the infield to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the third of a 6-0 Cub lead. Austin Martin leading off for the Tigers against McCullers here in the bottom of the third inning. We've been trying to find out if he drives an Aston Martin to the stadium, but we're not quite sure yet. 2-1 is the count as McCullers delivers the pitch. Grounder toward third. Bryant charges. He flings it over to first for out number 1. Goodwin now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 1 strike is the count. And a drive to right. Chasing is Harper. He's going to put that line drive away for out number 2. Cruz now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Full count pitch to Cruz. Here it comes. Grounder toward third. Again, Bryant scoops it up, throws to first, and a 1-2-3 inning is recorded. So the Tigers go down in order. We go to the top of the fourth of a 6-0 Cub lead. Miguel Amaya facing Joey Wentz here in the top of the fourth. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Amaya. He pops it up to left, deep, but short of the warning track as the left fielder makes the play for the first out of the inning. Ramos now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Wentz working with a full count. Here's the pitch to Ramos. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Ramos has struck out for the 20th time this season, and it brings up Nico Hoerner. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Facing Wentz here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-2 is the count. And ground ball toward short. Picked up by the shortstop, but he does not throw to first, and Nico Hoerner has another infield single. I don't know if there's a record for infield singles in a single game, but Hoerner might be able to achieve that today. Correa facing Wentz now with 2 outs and the runner on first. 2 strikes is the count, and there's a liner into right. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Correa gets the single. As Hoerner advances first to third, he slides in safely to third with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. So Correa working nicely with that 2-strike fastball to punch it into right field for a base hit. Chris Bryant now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Bryant is due. He's coming up against Wentz here in the top of the fourth. Full count pitch. High for ball 4. Well, apparently Bryant was due to draw a walk. So the bases are now loaded as Bryce Harper steps up to the plate. 2 outs. Cubs up by 6. Harper facing Wentz. 1-1 is the count. And Harper lines that one in the gap in right center field. That's going to drive in a couple of runs. Rounding second and heading for third is Chris Bryant. 2 runs are in. Is Bryant going to try to score? It looks like he has. So Bryce Harper with an RBI triple, clearing the bases here in the top of the fourth inning, giving the Cubs a 9-0 lead over the Tigers. And now George Springer is the batter And Buck Farmer is coming out of the Tigers bullpen as Wentz's day is over. So Farmer coming in with a 1-2 record. He has 38 2/3 innings thrown, 20 walks, 43 strikeouts, and a 4.19 ERA. Farmer facing Springer with 2 outs and runner on third. Top of the 4th inning, 1 ball count, and the ball gets away. Harper scurries home. He slides in safely, and now the Cubs have a 10-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning. And now Springer facing Farmer with the bases empty and 2 outs. Here's a 3-ball count. Buck Farmer looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. That is low. It is ball 4. So the walk is issued. And Rizzo comes up to the plate. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1-1 is the count. And Rizzo is hit with the pitch. So Farmer struggling with his command here. Just hit Rizzo with a changeup. And now, with 2 outs and 2 men on, Santana comes up to the plate. He's batting from the left side this time. He is 0 for 2 with an RBI today. Farmer facing Santana with a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Santana heads back to the dugout. The inning is over. The Cubs score 4 more times, taking a 10-run lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. Dietrich now the batter. Bottom of the 4th, leading off for the Cubs. McCullers on the mound, protecting the 10-run lead. There's a 2-1 pitch, and it's a liner into right. The shoestring catch made by Harper for out number 1. Nice defensive work there as Harper makes the running catch for the first out of the inning. Candelario now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Candelario. And swing and a miss for strike 3. So McCullers gets his 2nd strikeout of the day, bringing up Austin Nola. Austin Nola, the brother of the Cubs' Aaron Nola, batting in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, nobody on base. 1 ball is the count. And there's a liner into center field. That is a base hit. So Nola on first with a 2-out single. I don't think that the parents really got very creative naming both boys with an A name. I don't know. Maybe there was a theme involved there. McCullers facing Lugo with 2 outs and the runner on first. 1-2 is the count. And there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. So the Cubs allow a base runner, but the Tigers do not score. We're going to the top of the 5th of a 10-0 ball game. Amaya facing Farmer here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 is the count. Farmer working. There's a ground ball toward third. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Ramos now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Wilson Ramos. And he lines that one into center field. That is going to be caught for the 2nd out of the inning. Culberson with a nice running catch there, bringing up Nico Hoerner. 2 outs, nobody on. Farmer working with a 1-1 count. Here is the pitch to Hoerner. And a liner past the first baseman into right field. That is going to be a 2-out single. Nico Hoerner continuing the hit barrage here in Detroit today. I believe that is his 4th base hit of this ball game. Yes, he is 4 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI in today's game. Carlos Correa now the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Farmer facing Correa with a 1-2 count and a swing and a miss to end the inning. That was a breaking ball in the dirt, and Correa chased it for the 3rd out. We go now to the bottom of the 5th. The Cubs are up by 10. You know, with all the rule changes being discussed in baseball, I wonder if the 10-run rule is ever going to come into play here. McCullers facing Culberson in the bottom of the 5th with a 1-1 count. McCullers delivering. There's a pop-up to left. Chasing is the left fielder Santana toward the line. He makes the play for out number 1. Rogers now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball toward short. Correa adjusting to his right. Picks it and throws to first for out number 2. Martin now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 is the count, and that is outside for ball 4. So the 2-out walk is issued, which brings up Goodwin. 2 outs, runner on first. McCullers working. Here is the first pitch. Goodwin checks his swing. The runner takes second. That's going to be called, I believe, catcher's indifference. Stolen base number 8 for Martin. And now McCullers facing Goodwin with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that ends the inning. So McCullers gets the punch out to end the inning and strand the runner at second. We're going to the top of the 6th with the Cubs up by 10. Chris Bryant coming up to face Buck Farmer. Bryant looking to help the Cubs get the all-important 11th run here in the top of the 6th inning. Full count pitch to Chris Bryant. Outside for ball 4. Bryant, although he's not been hitting well, does show a good eye, drawing his second walk of this ball game. Bryce Harper now the batter, with nobody out and a runner on first. Farmer facing Harper with a 2-strike count. That is strike 3 called. Harper can't believe it. He thought that pitch was high. It was a fastball at 96 for the first out of the inning. And now Jacob Patterson coming out of the Cub bullpen, the Tiger bullpen. Patterson has a 2-0 record with 30 innings thrown, 18 walks, 30 strikeouts, and a 4.20 ERA. Patterson facing Springer with 1 out and nobody on in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1 is the count. Springer waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. The flips to short, the relay to first, and there's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 6th of a 10-0 ball game. And now McCullers coming out to face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the Tigers lineup in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 is the count. McCullers delivers. There's a ground ball toward third. Bryant picks it. He throws to first for out number 1. Dietrich's now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers. And a liner right back at the pitcher. McCullers grabs this one for the second out of the inning. Nice reflexes there by McCullers, catching that one out of self-defense. And it brings up Candelario with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Candelario. Here it comes. Liner into the gap in left center field. That is going all the way to the wall. Candelario rounding first, heading for second. He is going to have extra bases as the throw goes back into the cutoff man. That is a 2-out double for Candelario in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now McCullers is facing Nola with 2 outs, 1 man on. Runner is in scoring position. Here's the first pitch, and that gets away. So McCullers, with the wild pitch, allows the runner to advance to third. Nola still batting with a runner 90 feet away, 2 outs. 2-1 is the count. And a drive to deep left center field. Going back is the left fielder Santana. He jumps, but he runs out of room. So the home run, 392 feet to the left field stands. And that makes this an 8-run Cub lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. So apparently we're going to need to warm up a reliever. And it is going to be Joe Jimenez. We're going to visit the mound. We're going to say, look, McCullers, it's an 8-run lead. You've got 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Do you want the quality start or not? Figure out how to retire Lugo and get out of this inning. So McCullers facing Lugo with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. And there's a grounder toward short. Correa has it. He throws over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs allow 2 runs to score and take an 8-run lead into the top of the 7th inning. Rizzo facing Patterson. Jimenez is ready, but we're going to set him down because we don't want him to get tired. Rizzo facing Patterson here in the top of the 7th inning. And now we're going to see... So Rizzo's going to be allowed to bat. And then we're going to start to see some guys getting... you know what? We don't need to let Rizzo bat, honestly. We're going to let Tauschman bat. He's going to come into the game in left. And we're going to slide Santana over to first. So Tauschman facing Patterson here in the top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Cubs. 2-2 is the count. Tauschman waits for the pitch. Driven into left field. A diving play by the left fielder. Man, that looked like it had extra bases on it. Tauschman tattooed that ball, but the left fielder with a diving play comes up with it for the first out of the inning. Santana now batting with 1 out and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Santana waiting for the pitch. And there's a grounder toward first. The first baseman has it. He flips to the pitcher covering for out number 2. Amaya now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Patterson facing Amaya with a 1 strike count. Here is the pitch. And a pop up to right. Coming in is the right fielder. He looks up and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 10-2 Cub lead, and it is time to stretch here in Detroit. Jimenez, we're going to visit the mound, and Jimenez says, oh yeah, I'm ready to come in. So he is going to be subbed in for McCullers as the pitcher of record for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jimenez comes out to the mound, having thrown 27 2/3 innings, walking 5, struck out 40 with a 3.25 ERA. And that is an 8-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio for Mr. Jimenez. Here is a 1-2 count. Jimenez looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball at 95. Just blew it right past him for out number 1. Rogers now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. And Rogers pops it up. Short left field. The shortstop Correa goes out and he makes the play for out number 2. Martin now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Martin facing Jimenez with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 is called on the outside corner. So Jimenez sets him down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 8th of a 10-2 ball game. And Ramos leading off for the Cubs as the DH. However, we're going to pinch hit for him with Thairo Estrada. Estrada comes in with 3 home runs and a .267 batting average, 16 RBIs on the season. He's leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Estrada pops it up to center field. Going back as the center fielder. It's over his head and all the way to the wall. Estrada with extra bases, sliding into second with a leadoff double here in the top of the 8th inning. So Estrada now on second as Horner is the batter. 1 man on, nobody out. And David McKay comes out of the Tiger bullpen. He has a 3-2 in record with 24 2/3 innings thrown, 24 walks, 32 strikeouts, and a 4.38 ERA. McKay facing Horner with a runner on second, nobody out. Here is the pitch. McKay looking for the sign, and he delivers. There's a ground ball towards second base. The play is made. The throw goes over to first for out number 1. The runner advancing to third on that play brings up Carlos Correa. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Correa waits for the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Correa goes down swinging for out number 2. McKay now facing Bryant with 2 outs and the runner on third. McKay working with a full count. Here is the pitch. There's a liner down the right field line. Chris Bryant with the extra base hit, driving in the run. Bryant heading for second. He slides in safely with an RBI double. And the Cubs now have an 11-2 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Chris Bryant with his 5th RBI of the season, and it brings up Bryce Harper. He's facing McKay with 2 outs and the runner on second. Harper is facing McKay with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and Harper checks his swing, but that is strike 3, so the inning is over. We go now to the bottom of the 8th of an 11-2 ball game. Joe Jimenez is going to be asked to work a second inning of relief here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's going to face Goodwin, Cruz, and Dietrich in the bottom of the 8th inning. Full count. Jimenez looking for the sign and delivering. That is low. It is ball 4. So the walk is issued to lead off the inning. And that probably means that we need to be investigating a different reliever to come in, take over this ball game. Jimenez now facing Cruz. We're going to visit the mound. Jimenez facing Cruz with a runner on first, nobody out. Full count pitch. That is low. It is ball 4. So Jimenez issues back-to-back walks to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Dietrich, the batter. And Gabriel Moya is actually ready to come into this game already. He is going to be brought in to face Dietrich with 2 men on, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2 is the count. Moya looking for the sign. And he delivers the pitch, and that is strike 3, called right at the belt. That was a slider for out number 1. Candelario now the batter. 1 out, 2 men on. Cubs up by 9. Here's the 1-1 count. And the pitch to Candelario. And a pop up to left. Santana chasing toward left center, and he makes the catch for, excuse me, that's not Santana, that's Tauschman makes the catch for out number 2. Nola now the batter with 2 outs and 2 men on. Moya working to Nola in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. Moya issuing the 2-out walk, which brings up Daywell Lugo. 2 outs, bases loaded. Cubs up by 9. Here is a 1-2 count, and Moya delivers the pitch. Ground ball toward short. The throw goes to second, and the forced play will end the inning. So the Tigers leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 9th of an 11-2 ball game. And now Springer, who is 1 for 3 today, is going to be pinch hit for, as Malik Smith will be called off the Cubs bench. He is going to stay in the game to play center field. Smith facing the righty McKay in the top of the 9th inning with the Cubs up by 9. Smith has 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a .245 batting average on the season. McKay working with a full count. Here is the pitch to Malik Smith. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was probably ball 4, but he chased it for out number 1. Tauschman now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. McKay working with a full count. Here is another pitch, and that is low. It is ball 4. Tauschman takes the walk. As he heads down to first, it brings up Danny Santana. 1 out, 1 man on. Santana facing McKay with a 1-ball count. Popped up to center. Coming in is the center fielder. He looks up and makes the play for out number 2. And now Miguel Amaya is the batter. With 2 outs and the runner on first. Amaya facing McKay in the top of the 9th inning. Full count pitch. McKay delivers. Lined into center field. That's going to be another base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Tauschman, excuse me. And the Cubs now have runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Thairo Estrada is now the batter. He comes up. He's 1 for 1 today. Facing McKay in the top of the 9th inning. Cubs up by 9, looking for more. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Estrada grounds it to first. The first baseman dives and makes the play, and they throw it away. 1 run scores. Is another runner going to come around? Doesn't look like it. So the error allows another run to score. The Cubs now have reestablished the 10-run lead here in the top of the 9th inning. And now Fernando Romero comes out of the Tigers bullpen. He has thrown 33 innings, walked 18, struck out 38 with a 7.36 ERA. He is facing Nico Hoerner, who is 4 for 5 today in the top of the 9th inning. With 2 outs, 2 men on. First pitch to Nico Hoerner. Here is the sign and the pitch. And a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They get another run. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 12-2 ball game. And Moya is going to be asked to close out this game. He's going to face Culberson, Rogers, and then the top of the Tigers lineup in the bottom of the 9th inning. Moya working with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to center, chasing is Malik Smith. He comes in fast and he makes the play for out number 1. Rogers now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Moya working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third. Bryant has this one. He throws to first. That's out number 2. And now the Tigers down to their final out, sending Austin Martin up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Moya working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss to end the game. So the Cubs are victorious 12-2 here in Detroit in this rain delay makeup game. The Cubs getting 12 runs on 15 hits with no errors. The Tigers 2 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. The player of today's game is, in fact, the Austin Nola. Austin Nola is the player of the game. He went 3 for 3 with a run scored, 2 RBIs. He hit a home run, his 3rd of the season. Austin Nola is the player of the game. What about Nico Hoerner? Nico Hoerner went 4 for 6, scored twice with an RBI. Carlos Correa went 2 for 5, scored twice, hit 3 RBIs, and hit his 15th home run of the season. And Bryce Harper drove in 3 runs, went 2 for 5. Why in the world is Austin Nola the player? I don't understand this. McCullers gets his 10th win of the season. He goes to 10-3, throwing 6 innings of 6-hit, 2-run baseball with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed, which apparently made all the difference in this ball game. Casey Mize is the pitcher of record for the Tigers. He suffers the loss, dropping to 7-6. He only lasted 2 innings of 8-hit, 6-run baseball with 2 strikeouts and a home run allowed. The Cub bullpen, Jimenez and Moya, combined for 3 scoreless innings, although they were eventful innings from Jimenez. And now the Cubs improve to 52-29 as the Tigers drop to 37-45. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.